everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm super grateful that you guys are loving these interviews and that you're watching them. That's so cool. So that you get an insight to what the Scalp Care University is about. Today, I am here with a loving student of mine. Her name is Elizabeth. She's out there in Houston, Texas. Okay, then what? Shut it down. And I am here to just really give a shout out to her and her journey. And I want to know what she's doing now. I want to know the tea. I want to know what her business is doing and how she's growing. And I'm excited to hear all of the great things. Elizabeth, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Yes.
It's been a minute since we've spoken. So how long has it been? Almost 2 years, I think.
Oh my gosh. It's time.
Oh my God, it's about to be 2 years.
It's about to be 2 years now that you mention it. How does time pass that fast?
I know, in a blink of an eye.
Just like that. I remember when you were like, well, I don't know. I think, I'm in my real estate, but I really want to start my head spa.
Yes. And I had already had my cosmetology license prior to real estate. And I knew that I just wanted to come back, but I wanted to come back with something different. And I remember having that conversation with you is that I did hair color, I did the updos, I did all of the other stuff, but I wanted to come back doing something different. And I wanted to help clients with their, their hair journey. So I remember us having a Zoom call because I was so hesitant about even doing the class. I was like,
yes,
see your face because I just want to make sure this is not a scam.
Is she real? Is she real?
I was like, I need to know if this person is real. And I'm like, everything sounds great on the website. Everything sounds like everything I wanted to do. But I need to have this conversation. And I was so grateful that you were even willing to take the time, and take that out of your busy schedule to book me just to talk for a little bit and make me feel comfortable to even joining. Because, you're paying for something and it's paying for your certificate and you need to make sure that it's a legit thing because.
And some people don't give you that privilege.
Right.
Some people just want you to just buy it and you just you click and then you immediately run to your email to see if you got confirmation.
Yes, that is so true. And that's how I was feeling. And then when I finally got to talk to you, I was like, okay, I have peace in my heart. This is the right choice. This is good.
Yes.
And I got confirmation. Everything was good. So yes, I'm so excited.
Yes, me too. Okay, all right. So let's get to the questions here. All right. So you already talked about your background in cosmetology and your experience. So let's talk about why you decided to enroll in the Scalp Care Certification course. Like, what was the trigger for that? You've even touched on that a little bit.
Okay, so I think so remember I told you I had a passion for doing hair and hair health. And when I came across this video, I think it was like in California, and I was like, oh my gosh, there has to be a course for this. Like the experience, being a realtor, you're always under stress. It's so stressful. Not scalp issues, but like I feel like the head spa experience just took it to another level to where like it provides relaxation, stress relief for everyone. And in this time, I feel like everybody suffers from that. Everybody suffers from stress. Everybody and I was just like, man, to go to a place where I can get my scalp massaged and just lay there and
like someplace like Scalp Retreat.
Right, exactly. Someplace like Scalp Retreat.
Yeah.
Yes. And I just, I wanted to do something different. So I started to look up the courses. And then, of course, I came across yours. And I was a little skeptic because, of course, anything online that you purchase, you're skeptic about. But it was because I wanted to help. My passion is helping people, right? That's why I was a business. And I wanted to come back in the hair industry, but I didn't want to do hair color anymore. I didn't want to do haircuts anymore. I know that there's a lot of salons now that are doing that and incorporating all, but I just didn't want to mix the two. I really wanted to focus and hone in more on scalp health and hair. And I realized that there's so many people out there that do have a lot of scalp issues.
Right.
Realized it before.
And they don't have anybody to come to,
Exactly. And so like when they leave, they're just so excited and happy and just they're thankful. And it fills me. That's what I go to work every day. I'm so excited doing what I'm doing today. and you're changing people, you're helping people with their scalp and their hair, and you're releasing stress for them, you're helping them with everything.
Yes. It is that experience right there that got me into offering the head spa myself. And
Right.
of course, that's additional scalp care. That was like the T on the, it was like my mission coming into life. I've
Yeah.
been recently rethinking how to articulate what our mission is here at Raina Scalp Care University. And our mission is to revolutionize the beauty industry by bridging the gap of scalp care knowledge, incorporating it into salons across the world. And you are a part of that process. Like, you were my first girl in Houston. I was like, oh, snap. Yeah. So that is amazing. I love your journey. I love the fact that you were away from here, and then you decided, and when you came back, you didn't come back with no mess. It wasn't like, I'm just going to get back into this. You came back with a purpose, with a mission. And that is everything. That changes the game. And that is why you should be going to Scalp Retreat. Because first of all, she values her knowledge. Can you tell? Look at that. Okay. She can talk to you about real estate.
Well, I actually hung up my license. I am actually stepped away for a little bit. And maybe permanently, I don't know, but I've just found a true passion in doing what I'm doing today. And it's going so well for me. I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful for you, Rayshawn, because
Aw.
I've done this journey without you and the support. And just like, our multiple conversations, even throughout our classes, it was like anytime I had a question, I reached out to you, and it didn't matter what time or day, you always responded. And I knew didn't respond in that, I knew you would respond in an hour or two. I'm like always taking you away from your family, but I was so grateful that you were always hands on and really quick to reply and really to take the time. I could truly see your passion as well doing what you do, because you're truly amazing. Honestly, I really
Aw.
a great class with you, and I really couldn't have seen myself doing it with anyone else. So I'm really grateful for that. I have you to thank for that a lot.
And you didn't even get the questions before most, everybody asked for the questions. You do such a great job. You're making my heart. Thank you so much. And it's just genuine. Most
Yeah.
people are like, can you give me the questions? I love this right here because you didn't get the questions. This is the first time you've heard these questions.
We're doing right now. I was like, well, maybe she just wants to check up on me and see how I. Oh, well, we're doing that too, but
Yes, yes. So let's talk about what your experience was when you were in the course. How did the coursework go? Was it smooth? Did you have any hiccups? Let's talk about that.
very smooth, and it worked very well with my schedule, and that's what I liked the most. I felt like it was very flexible. I knew that every Sunday I was going to have to carve out at least 1 hour out of that day to talk to you, and I was like, okay, that's fine. I remember us doing it at a restaurant where I was like
Yes.
at a birthday party restaurant, and I was like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm sorry, I'm about to put my headphones on. I got class.
Those is boss moves, baby. That is boss moves, okay?
I was not fixing to let anything get in the way of me finishing this course strong. So
Right.
absorb all the knowledge. And I mean, throughout this whole course, I really would have to say that I have come out like I was so prepared after this course that I didn't feel scared. I wasn't nervous. Of course, I was nervous about doing my suite, and I didn't have clientele because I had stopped doing hair.
Right.
So I was like, literally, this is a leap of faith. God with me, like just everything that I absorbed and learned from the class. And there was a lot of things that I, could go back to and, okay, let me brush up on this. Let me retake this part where she went over the head massages, the techniques, and, the different mixes and what to do. And I feel like it was such a smooth process. It was flexible with my schedule, and that's what I loved about it. And it was just so easy. It was right to the point. It was easy to comprehend. And I have like ADHD, like all kinds of stuff. Like I have dyslexia. Like I all kinds of stuff. I'm really like I'm a very slow learner, but when it came to the course, I was impressed because you made it very easy to understand and to do. I didn't feel overwhelmed or pressured. I felt like, okay, I'm learning this. I'm actually learning this. Like I'm not just hearing it, but I'm taking it in. I'm learning all the like I was practicing them, and I think that it was an amazing course. Like I've never taken such a smooth course.
That is so good. That's good, girl. That's good, good, good. I love it. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Of course, my favorite part was being able to be on the phone with you and laugh and talk and be able to teach.
Yes. And
We're laughing. Even though
yes,
we're learning, we're laughing. And I love that you talked about the ability to transition the knowledge. I think that's one of the biggest things that I've learned in other people talking about scalp care and how it applies to cosmetologists. I believe that they try to present this information as if we are in the medical field, but we're scientists, but we're not in the medical field. You got to give me talk to me knowledgeable in a layman term so I can tell my client.
right.
Okay, I can't be talking to my client saying all these big words that I can't barely pronounce,
Exactly.
so I wanted to be that difference, and I'm glad that transpired, being able in excuse me, I'm glad that transpired to you as well, that transition, as you were able to get
No, like
that.
great breakdown, and it was easy for me to understand. It really.
Good, good. All right, so listen, here we go. We got another question here. Let's talk about a client that you've had, some experience. Just give me one client experience that you were like really excited about and you were grateful from doing a head spa experience.
Um. Ooh, I have a lot of them.
Ooh, I like that.
If I could pick one, it would be one of my clients that was experiencing hair loss,
Mm,
and she was just having a really hard time because, I mean, as you know, as women, when we start to lose our, it's different for men, right? Because it's
right, it is.
high, but for women, it's one of those things where it doesn't make you feel pretty when you're losing your hair.
Mm,
It doesn't. So
mm,
I'm just very compassionate with clients that come in and that are really
mm,
sad about losing their hair, or like the hairline in the front, and they're struggling and they're stressed out. Most of the time, it's not because, and sometimes it could be from alopecia or, hereditary, but most of the time it's because of stress. Like, there's
right.
people that are so under stress that they just need to learn how to breathe and meditate and just,
Mhm.
oh my gosh, oh, we can't go back, right?
Yeah.
That was one of the things I loved, is your breathing technique and your yoga technique that you would do. Oh gosh, and that meditation, that's where I mean, that really hit home with me. And with this client, I remembered back when we were doing our classes, and how, breathing is so important, allowing that
Mhm,
oxygen to take place into your entire body, learning how to
mhm,
clear your thoughts. And because your mind can get the best of you, your thoughts, and it
mhm.
it drains you. So she came to me, and I mean, once I was done, I did her scalp massage. I gave her, I mean, I think I went a little bit more extra in there, but as everything I learned from you and the massage techniques, when she left, even her face, like everything looked so flushed, and just like you could already sense, and even looking at her, like that sense of relief. Like,
Yes.
I can breathe now. I feel good.
Yes.
And I remember getting a text message from her that very next day that she had slept so good, and that she had been having so many headaches. Her hair was falling out, and all these things that she was going through. And she was like, Liz, like, I feel amazing. I need to come and see you like every week. Like, there's like no joke. Like, I want to see you every week. I feel amazing. I feel more energized. I feel relaxed. Like, I'm actually, feel like people like having me around now, because I'm not as tensed and not as stressed. So she did start coming to me, and I still, the treatments that you taught us how to do,
Uh-huh.
that actually really helped. And she was seeing
Yes.
back in the front. It was like the hairline was growing back. She was meditating.
You said her hairline was growing back?
Her hairline was growing back, and
Wow.
so happy. She was so excited. And she was so grateful and thankful. And then before you know it, I started servicing like their entire family. Like, everybody she came across, she was like, "You got to go to a scalp retreat." If she heard anybody that had hair loss, you got to go to scalp retreat. And I made it clear to her, I'm not a dermatologist. I'm a scalp care specialist. You know,
Period.
and and we incorporated these meditations for her, and oh my gosh, it was a game changer for her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh, round of applause. That is amazing. And the fact that you have multiple stories, the fact that you have to go in your mind and think, you
Yeah.
know, coming from what you used to do when you're doing color, the reward is so different.
Oh, 100%. It's
It,
very different. It's very different.
it
Like
really is.
the place that I have, like you need to come to Houston to visit me one day.
You know I do. You know I am. You know I am.
So well, let me let you go on with your questions because I'll go on and on.
Well, you know what? We're in our final thoughts.
Okay,
So the one of the last questions is,
sure.
if a student wants to participate in the class, someone else, someone who is possibly thinking about investing in this course, what advice would you give to
Oh
them?
my gosh, 100% worth it. Don't waste time. Like I was about to waste time. I didn't have the funds at the moment. I will say that. And I remember having that discussion with you. I'm like, it's pretty tight for me right now. I literally pulled out my husband's 401k and he invested in me and had faith in me. And I was able to pay that back within a couple of months that I had opened up Scalp Retreat. So I am like, yeah, it's a no-brainer for me, like to tell anyone, like I have 100% faith. If it would happen for me and it worked out, it's going to happen for everyone else. If you're passionate about it and this is what you want to do, right? Because
Yes, yes.
jump into this and say, oh, I'm just going to do this and incorporate this. But you have to truly have a passion to help people and care about people. And I think that's where people feel that. People feel that.
Yes. They do. They absolutely do. I am so grateful for this conversation. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you. I mean, I know that you had God right by your side the entire time, but I
100%.
am proud of your ability to stay strong out of all of the things that you're going through. You're a mom, you're a wife. You're not just this young teeny bopper, just you're having babies like me. Like what are we doing having babies? So I am completely grateful for your journey. And thank you again
Like,
for coming and having this conversation with me and sharing your story with YouTube.
my pleasure. My pleasure. I mean, I'm so grateful for you. Like I said, like I really wouldn't be here today. My business has grown and I'm so grateful. I don't know if you had a chance to look at my reviews, but I have some amazing
I
reviews.
was just getting ready to say, girl, tell them where to find you at.
And
Yes.
I am located in Creekside in Houston, Texas. I don't know my address by heart.
Can they just Google the name of the salon?
Go to scalpretreatheads.com
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
find me there.
Yes, y'all hear that? Scalp Retreat, headspa.com, correct?
Yes.
All right. Or I'm going to put that on the screen so they can see the words. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, share this video, and make sure you tune in to our next Scalp Care Alumni Review. My Scalp Care scholars are showing up and showing out. And this is another reason that I am so grateful for my journey and grateful for the position that I've been put in. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.